Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Isle of Man in the UK. This is John and Mike's MMA Corner.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to say firstly, thank you very much to Garrett, is it Mueller or Mueller?
It's Mueller.
Mueller, there you go. See, I thought I'd have a little dig at this. Sir, you are competing on the upcoming Shamrock card against Cort, is it, I'm going to say Wahle here. Wahle. Yeah, like a Disney film, Wahle.
That's brilliant.
That's a great film, isn't it? Have you seen that film there?
Yeah.
It's a good one, isn't it? You see, now when you step in the cage...
That's one of those films, if you've seen it once, you've seen it at least twice.
Now, have you,
it's that good.
It is that good. Now, when you go in there to fight and you face off to each other, you're going to look at him and go, Wahle. That's going to be in your mind now. We're going to have that stuck in your mind.
Don't, because you couldn't hit him.
That's gonna be in my mind now.
I got a little bit upset at the end of that.
Don't give a spoiler away. Don't give a spoiler away.
It's a Disney film. They're all upsetting.
All right, then. Yeah, but Jarrett...
Except for Star Wars.
Except for Star Wars, yeah. So you fight, like I say, you're facing off against Cort this year. So you're gonna start off on the 30th of January. This card is this fight's happening. So I guess over the Christmas festive period, you went a little bit easy, did you?
Oh yeah, dude. This is actually, I was talking to my buddy the other day. I told him, I was like, this was one of my first sober New Year's in a long time. I did sober chauffeur everybody around, you know, and like for Christmas dinner and stuff like that. I think I ate a piece of chicken and like a sweet potato and stuff like that. So this holiday's been pretty slim pickings for me as far as eating goes.
That doesn't actually sound bad though.
Yeah,
sweet potato.
I like chicken and sweet
potato. I tell
potato.
you what, 2015 was the year I discovered sweet potato.
Oh, it was, wasn't it? You remember you telling me about that, yeah.
Because I had it as a child, boiled and boring, and didn't like it. Never touched it again, and then had it last year, and I eat sweet. I've always got sweet potato at home now.
It's delicious. I love sweet potato.
Yeah, I take them into work and cook them at work.
Sweet potatoes is the shit. I'm telling you,
it's good food that actually tastes good as well.
And when you make them in fries, they taste even better.
Oh, crisps! Have you had the crisps?
Yes.
The crisps is like the chips, you might call them. You know, like
the thin slices.
We call them crisps, but you know when you get your chips in a packet,
like thin slices. Yeah. They're filth.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn American, but
taking
time.
Hang on a minute. What they call a fanny is not what we call. It's a bit different.
Yeah.
So sometimes there can be a bit of a mix up there.
I tell you what, I love how the language all sort of mixes up and how you can really
mess
put your foot
up.
in it.
You can really put your foot in it.
Yeah.
Jared, so you had a nice, well-behaved Christmas. I assume then, was it difficult though training over the Christmas period, or was your coaches and your training partners, were they helpful, getting the training sessions in?
Oh no, I mean training was pretty normal through Christmas and the holidays. I mean, we kept doing our, just doing the regular stuff that we usually do. It's just I had to keep that mentality that I can't slouch. I got to keep training hard. Even though it's the holidays, keep working through it. And I just kind of it kind of sucked because I was actually kind of like trying not to pay attention to the holidays, so everybody else around me was like acting all festive and singing, Christmas carols and stuff like that. I'm just like, I just want to eat something, so I'm just gonna lock myself away in my room and play video games or go run like 3 or 4 miles just to get, try to keep my mind on that, that goal, and just work through Christmas and stay on track, and that way, I'll be ready to go come January 30th. So
you should have had Christmas with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't do Christmas.
We don't do Christmas. We don't drink. None of that.
I'm a Christmas Day baby, and John just doesn't care about people.
No, I just don't like people. I just don't like people. That's all.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's
fine. I must admit, I think a room with a mirror in it's too busy. I kind of feel like someone's got to leave. But anyway.
Yeah.
But your opponent's Cort that you're taking on, you'll be looking to keep your unbeaten record against him. So what have you been doing specifically to keep your training improving yourself as a fighter then?
Well, I mean, as a professional, I've just been like, instead of like looking ahead and be like, oh, well, I beat all like this guy and this guy and this guy, I've just been taking it one fight at a time. Whoever they give me to fight fight, I watch my opponent's videos. I find stuff that they haven't fixed over the years, their little holes in their game, and I'll train specifically for that opponent. And ever since I've been training like that, I've noticed that just my overall fight IQ has went through the roof. Just training, like taking it fight by fight and training for the particular opponent. And
getting to know that fighter.
I'm sorry?
I was just saying, getting to know that fighter, their tells and things like that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And, I think Cort Wahle, he's more of comes from a karate background, stand-up guy. He's dangerous on the feet. He throws a lot of spinning stuff, and his ground ain't bad either, but he's had a good amateur record, but he hasn't fought near the competition I have. He hasn't been in the wars. He hasn't faced adversity and had to fight out of those bad positions or gotten rocked and had to, recover or stuff like that. I don't think he's ever had to do that. So we'll see what happens when I make it ugly, because I think it's going to get interesting.
I tell you what, over the last couple of years, we've seen more and more of your traditional karate style fighters, being very successful in MMA, with the likes of Conor McGregor. Obviously, Machida obviously has been going on for a few more years before that. But there have been
Thompson.
There have been quite a few of those fighters that are coming in with that sort of upright karate style.
I think it's just taking time for people to get used to using it in MMA, because
making it work.
It's not the same as they would do in a normal karate or taekwondo competition.
No, you've got to get that blend.
You've got to get that right. So I think all it is just taking time. It's the same with every martial art. I think one day we might see kung fu.
No. John's got a lot of hope. He also thinks he's going to win the lottery.
I'm waiting for someone to come along and do kung fu. It's going to be awesome.
Valentine's Day ain't far away, John.
No, it's not.
Might get a card this year.
I might get a card other than myself. You never know. But
that's a big bet.
It's a big bet. But yes, like you say, you've been training hard now. Do I believe, if I'm correct, that you trained with the boys at Glory MMA, or did you train with them? What's the score with that?
Oh, I trained with them back about 2 or 3 years ago. I lived up in Kansas City, and it was back when it was Grindhouse MMA. It was before they changed it to Glory. And I trained with James Krause, Tim Elliott, Zach Cummings, Anthony Gutierrez, and it was actually a real experience training there, because it was like before that I was training 2 days a week. I wasn't eating dieting, or I wasn't training like a professional cage fighter. I was just kind of doing it as a hobby, for fun. And I went there, and I had a pretty good amateur record by then. And I walked in there thinking, I'm gonna run a train on these guys. And I went in there and they beat the dog crap out of me. And I was like, whoa, And it was I thank those guys for really giving me the inside look on professional MMA, and showing me what it takes to actually be a professional fighter, because I had no clue back in that day. And it was a good learning experience and kind of growing experience in the sport.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head there. You need to find out in training what it's like to be a professional fighter, because if you don't find out in training and then correct it, you'll find out in a fight. And if you find out in a fight,
it's gonna hurt.
You can't say time out. What am I doing wrong? It's deal with it. So many times before we've seen people arrive on a stage and they haven't got that bit sorted. You know what I mean? And they've fallen very hard and very fast. And you're right. It's better to find out in training and then sort these things out. So. But it sounds like those boys have a lot of fun up there. I mean, it sounds like they train hard, but they also have a lot of fun.
Yeah, we've had a few of them on before in the past.
They're really? They're a good group of guys, man. They really are. They train hard, and they rep Kansas City well. They're one of the best gyms in Missouri, I think.
And how come you didn't stay in that area? How come you moved away? Was that just work, and that's why you're not training?
Ex-girlfriend, I reckon.
I got out of a long relationship with my ex-girlfriend, and I ended up moving back home where kind of my family is. You know, I was kind of raised in the country. You know, I'm not much of a big city guy myself, so I kind of want to move back down here. And my coach that I kind of started MMA with, Jordan Howard, you know, I started from him from day one. You know, I kind of missed training with him because, you know, when you start training MMA with somebody, it's kind of like a family, you know, type deal, and it just wasn't the same not training with him. And just, if you look at us now from where we were back in 2009 when I started this, our just overall skill level and talent has shot through the roof, just how we've grown as fighters. So, and I think, you know, I help him, he helps me, I help all of our other good guys down here, and it's just, you know, there's no place like home, you know? So, I moved back down here and kept training with him. So
I tell you what, you don't get that information on Sherdog, do you?
No.
I tell you, and when people move, it's for one of two reasons: either a job opportunity or a change of job,
or an ex-girlfriend,
or there's a woman involved.
I mean, it's kind of a sad story, but it's whatever. So.
Yeah. You either go halfway around the world for a woman, or you go halfway around the world to get away from one.
Yeah. When after training with the boys at Glory, did that also maybe entice you to maybe think about going to other gyms and trying out different other, you know, clubs, and even just for like during a training camp for a few weeks and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, for sure. I train with my buddy Jordan, you know, on Mondays and Wednesdays, and then I actually train at another gym called Fit MMA, and I don't know if you ever heard of Jake Collier. He fights in the UFC. He's a middleweight.
Yeah.
And I train with him at his gym up in a little town we call Rosebud. And, you know, just getting those different looks at these different gyms is so, like, to me, it's just, I'm able to take little things and little different looks from people and, you know, kind of implement it into my game, because that's one of my fears in fighting is going in a match and then getting put in a situation like I've never been in, because I was 18-6 as an amateur, and, you know, I've been in like a lot of bad positions, had to fight out of them. I've, you know, had to face that adversity. So I constantly like to train with good people from different backgrounds. You know, there's a lot of gyms that are, you know, wrestling, striking based. You got a lot of gyms that are BJJ and, you know, what have you. And it's just good to just get go against these different types of fighters, you know, and just get more weapons in your arsenal and know how to defend different attacks and stuff like that. And it's helped me leaps and bounds, that's for sure.
I was going to say, because I love Clay Guida. He just gets in his RV and then shoots off around the States and just goes around different gyms, you know, and I love it.
What about the other day? There was the thing with Damian Maia.
Yes.
And Damian Maia was doing a seminar somewhere.
Yeah, he was.
And Neil Magny, who was his second from last opponent.
Damian Maia was doing a seminar at a UFC gym, and Neil Magny tweeted Damian Maia and said, "Is it okay if I come along?" And Damian Maia said, "Yeah, of course you can, bro." And that was it then, you know, straight away he came round. And, you know, obviously,
and I tell you what, I love that. I mean, you got two really, really decent people there that...
But Damian Maia is just such a nice guy. Like, he's such a
he's one of...
Oh.
He's one of my favorite jiu-jitsu players in MMA ever. I really honestly think he is one of the best BJJ players that has transitioned over to MMA. Yeah. By far. He's number one in my book.
Oh, well, he absolutely dominated.
Well, I mean, I was lucky enough to be at his last fight against Gunnar Nelson, and going into that, I was thinking to myself, you know what, Gunnar Nelson might just get this, and yet Gunnar Nelson didn't win a second of that fight.
I thought Gunnar had a chance with the stand-up.
He got rolled up. I mean, and what's funny is Gunnar Nelson is a black belt.
Yeah.
Also.
Well, he won Abu Dhabi, you know.
No, Gunnar's a legit black belt. I think he's a legit grappler.
He probably is the second best guy with jits in that weight division.
Oh, I was going to say what?
No. I wasn't going to say in the world, you know, or a world of MMA, but within the welterweight division, I would say he's number 2. You know, you could argue it.
He's up there.
He's up there.
You know, as far as I'm talking about the ground game. And, you know, but the thing is number 1, Damian Maia, is a big number one. You know what I mean? Like it's
a huge gulf.
It's a bit like having a neighbour in a different country. You know, it's
and it did show in that fight. I thought Gunnar had. Gunnar does have the better striking, and if Gunnar could get the striking off,
he just seemed to want to test that jiu-jitsu.
But that's what Gunnar is. Gunnar's the kind of guy who said, "I want to test myself against him."
You know, and if he can, you know, I know we're going a bit off on a tangent here, but it might have actually done him some good.
Oh, well, because he'll go, I need to go and train jiu-jitsu
a little bit more. I need to buy another book.
I need to get more.
I need to get some more tapes on my belt.
I need this belt to get a little bit blacker before I get any better.
Well, who was it that said there's black belts and there's black belts?
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah, but you even worry some white belts.
No, I said that to you. It was crazy, and like you say, that's the thing where you'll get Damian Maia connecting with Neil Magny. They competed, and Clay Guida goes around the States, and he just goes to gyms and just he kind of almost
sponges off them.
He was recently at Glory.
I mean, in a good way. I mean,
he was recently at Glory, and he was training with the boys.
But I tell you what, there's a thing. You know, you can turn up at different gyms and what have you, and I'm not saying one gym is better than the other, but they might just have a little piece of the puzzle that you're not getting at another gym.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden you've got that one. You know what I mean? Because there'll be a group of lads in there that do something a certain way. You know.
And it's good that you've done this. You know, the fact that you've experienced more than one gym, you've went around and you've had and you've taken so much out from everything. You know, you'll get so much out of it.
You need more ex-girlfriends. That's what you need.
Yes.
Right.
You could find yourself in a different country. You could be learning a different language before you know it.
We'll speak to you next year. So why are you training?
All of a sudden we'll see you tweeting Damian Maia.
I know. Why are you training down at Ovenyao with? I don't want to talk about it.
There was this girl, and oh dear. So that was me said that, not him, by the way. Yeah. So if you've got a current girlfriend,
dump her.
I'm actually single for the time being, probably for a while.
Hey, I tell you what, you've saved yourself money on Christmas presents.
Hey,
fighting is my new love. That's all I need.
Yeah.
We can also double up as a dating agency. If there's any young ladies out there that are not messed up yet, and want to give him a couple of hours of your time every week,
and then get rid of him so we can go to another gym.
And then once he's learned everything he can at that gym, move him on.
We'll help.
Just bring in a little bit of psycho, And
it's called go to the website is called boilergirlfriend.com. There you go.
Yeah, bunny.com.
Bunny.com. Yeah, Bunny Boiler. Yeah, we'll get you hooked up. Don't you worry.
Yeah, you watch. You'll have loads once you put your social media out on this. Oh dear, you'll be.
They might be locked up in jail and have to send you letters, but that's a start.
Yeah. They can put a little bit of perfume on it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Lipstick kisses, it's all good.
Yeah.
But no, on a serious note, 2016.
Do people still send letters?
Well, the only letters I usually get is saying you need to pay us your bills, and usually usually those kind of letters that you usually get in the post nowadays.
I'd be worried if I got a letter off a woman. In the post.
I think any woman would be worried sending you a letter.
I'd be worried. Just on how unwell can women get.
But 2016 is coming up. You're defending your unbeaten record.
Yeah.
How are you looking to end 2016, man? Do you have a little goal that you're reaching to, or are you just, like you say, taking one fight at a time?
Honestly, at this point, like what I said earlier, I was just, I'm taking it fight by fight. But my goal, my ultimate goal for 2016, of course, stay undefeated. And the more people I beat, the harder that's going to be to obtain. But I think I can keep that going. But honestly, I want to finish out 2016 like fighting in a big show, like going. I fought in Bellator once. I'd like to keep fighting Bellator, maybe get a contract with them or get a contract. For ONE FC or Ryzen FC or hell UFC, if they think I'm good, good enough. But that's kind of my goal, just better myself as a professional and really get myself noticed and out there, and train hard, be the best.
I've started to learn that the promotions to follow are the ones that have got FC in there somewhere.
Yes, started to be. What I was going to say was about Bellator was, that was a one-fight deal. What was the score with that? Because why didn't you fight more than once? You went in, you won, and you beat your opponent. I would have thought they would have kept you going.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm contracted with Shamrock FC, and then whenever Bellator comes to town, they have the prelims, and they kind of contract out to the prelims. And I was actually scheduled to fight back in November in Bellator again, but I had a freak accident, cut my eye open. It was a bad deal, so I had to kind of withdraw from that fight. So, and they usually come to Missouri around June, November time. So I did. Between those months, I'm just trying to, stay active. And Shamrock FC is a hella cool promotion to fight for. I mean, they in Missouri alone, their shows are so high quality, so professional. You go in there, they're promoting, the way they promote the fights. They put banners out over social media, get everybody excited. The venues are classy, casinos. You got the Lumiere Place, River City, Ameristar, stuff like that. They know how to put on an MMA show. That's for damn sure. So
the freak injury.
Is that why he's got an ex-girlfriend?
It wasn't a woman, was it?
The what?
The freak injury, was it a woman?
No.
Right, just checking.
No woman
I was thinking that
involved.
as well. I was thinking that's convenient.
Yeah, freak injury. Yeah, was you jumping out of a window or something? Yeah.
Oh, no.
He's not good at dodging. He's not good at dodging plates.
That's all right. Clean slate. All right, so you're good on that one.
Well, is your eye okay? That's all that matters, though. It's all healed up, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's ready to go, man.
Good man.
I got the stitches out quick, and I got back to training as soon as I could, man. I was ready for a quick turnaround.
Awesome stuff. And here you go. Your turnaround's coming on in January against Cort Wahle, and it's going to be, I tell you, it's going to stick in your head now. It's going to happen. And you're going to be the weigh-ins. You're going to get him like a Wally teddy or something.
You should wear a t-shirt.
T-shirt or a teddy of it or
We're
something.
going to touch the gloves, and I'm just going to start laughing.
Tan, you got it, man. You got it.
No. You've got to touch gloves like
little robotic arms.
I've got my elbow stuck to my sides. You know what I mean?
Little robotic arms. Something.
Your hands going up. Yeah.
But look, hey, we never say good luck in a fight, man, because it's about how hard you train and dude. It's about what the effort you put in. It's nothing about luck. So have an awesome fight, have a great time, and enjoy yourself. Enjoy every moment that you're away, man.
Oh, I will, man. I will, for sure.
Thank you very much for talking with us.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it's been good. Thanks, guys.
Okay, buddy. So we're going to go now to your sponsor. Sorry, not your sponsors. We'll do your social media first. What's your Twitters, Facebooks, and stuff like that?
My Twitter, Facebook is Garrett Mueller. My Instagram is Mueller MMA 89. That same goes with my Twitter. And you guys can follow me on there. And I'm constantly putting posts up about my training and the fight dates and my upcoming fights and recent accomplishments. And as far as sponsors, I'd like to thank my sponsor NutriShop. They've been really good, giving me supplements, getting me hooked up with the right stuff. Encounter Pain Relief, Surface Construction, all them guys. And, of course, my coach, Jordan Howard, sticking by my side, dealing with my shenanigans, stuff like that. And my daughter, Anna Elizabeth, so thank all them guys. And going to fight hard come January 30th.
It's going to be awesome, honestly. Can't wait for this.